Hello, welcome. Today it's the turn of the team that finished second from the bottom last season. It's been a long time since they last made the playoffs. 2014, if I'm not mistaken. It's been more than a decade. They've not even made the playoffs. One of the most underachieving teams in the IPL. But can they turn it around this season? That's the question we'll try and answer. We, of course, are talking about the Punjab Kings, as some of the commentators say. As always, we are four people and four questions that we are going to deal with, wrestle with. The question of what will be the best 11 for Punjab, the question of what is their greatest strength, the question of their biggest weakness, and of course the million-dollar question is whether they can make the playoffs now after 11 years or not. Joining me is Siddharth, Harshit and Shashwat. Let's kick off with the playing 11, or if you have any thoughts about Punjab.
Yeah, just love the consistency. Again, the one thing that's been there, and I'm sure the fan base doesn't like it, that they haven't made it to the top four, but I love the fact that they're always the richest team on the block. When you talk about the month of December when the auction takes place, the richest team always is the Punjab Kings. At times it's good for them, more often than not it's not, but this time it does sound like they made good use of their money.
This time I don't know, but every time they look like the best team on paper. On paper though, they are always very good. It's just that something happens to them when they take the field. But can that change? That's also a very important question.
Massive changes in personnel. You got a new captain, you got a new coach. And let's see if they can even survive this 3-year cycle, because Punjab, apart from not winning titles and not qualifying for the playoffs consistently, there is also one more team. There is a backroom team that they chop and change on a consistent basis.
I think this could be the year. I wouldn't be surprised that if they end up even winning the IPL. I know it sounds to be very bullish and it's too soon because of that. Yeah. But till the time people who are not connected to cricket are not there in the decision making, and if everything like it seemed to be in the auction stays like that throughout the season, I think Rishabh Pant will really regret, because he said it. I just hope that they don't go for me. But I think Punjab would be lucky to have a Shreyas Iyer in the form of their captain this time, because he has went on and won every single thing that came his way since 2024. He even has now said it that he wasn't given sufficient credit for the win that he achieved with the Kolkata Knight Riders. But this time, if he manages to do it again, I think undoubtedly he will become one of the very successful captains in IPL, right after Dhoni and Rohit Sharma. I think the third most successful he'll ought to become, to first win it with KKR and now with a franchise like Punjab. And I think they have the personnel, like they have everybody, but just Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer together, I think they can be in for a dream season.
Switching allegiances, I almost thought Shashwat also switched allegiances.
No, I'm not surprised that his assistant. You guys said, oh, as soon as Shreyas Iyer went there, I knew that he will say they are the greatest team on the planet. I knew that. Two things I'm 100% sure with him. Any team that has KL Rahul is dicey. Any team with Shreyas Iyer is the greatest team on the planet.
Shreyas Iyer as captain.
As my captain, तो even better.
सोने पे सुहागा है.
बात तो सही है.
बात तो बिल्कुल सही है.
It's just the captaincy that Shreyas Iyer, I think undoubtedly is one of the best captains in India at this point of time. And he has shown that season after season. Domestic cricket also is shown, IPL also is shown. And I have been...
Central contract is signed.
This time
now?
He's getting, that we know.
He was about to be signed anytime now. Many reports are suggesting.
We'll come to know by it. Before the IPL, they'll wrap up everything that's left. So that...
Okay, let's get down to making the 11 for PBKS. As is the drill, we will take names of certain players that we know are 100% sure, and then the ones that we have to debate, we'll get to them a little later. So I'm going to start with, because there can be a lot of debate here, that's not because they don't have a good team, because they have a lot of backup options. Yes. So any one of us can go with any player. But let's start with the captain, Shreyas Iyer, the greatest thing to happen to cricket since sliced bread to humanity, as Shashwat will say. So Shreyas at number 3. Not taking anything away from Shreyas. I think he's a fantastic player, very good and all of that. But we're just pulling Shashwat's legs.
More than that, he's a great captain. I like him for that reason. More than the batting, it's
We
the
heard
captain.
you've already said that 7 times since we've started. That he's a great captain, the
He's
greatest
captain
ever,
number-
the greatest after Rohit Sharma, MS Dhoni,
Captain number 17, I think.
the
for
best in the
franchise.
country.
Yeah.
Siddharth, captain number 17?
Yeah.
Have to.
18th season, he's captain number 17.
There
It's
you
only
go.
George Bailey is the
Actually,
captain
that's his
who's monster.
real test. If he can be captain next season also, even if he wins or not, doesn't matter. He would have passed the biggest test.
Interesting because nobody's lasted 3 years here as a captain, and even I think as coach, you've not lasted one full cycle.
2 seasons, I think, a
I
lot
think
of them.
KL Rahul has
Yes,
lasted.
KL.
George Bailey.
George
also.
Bailey.
Shikhar.
Shikhar Dhawan, yes. Shikhar Dhawan.
Shikhar,
No,
I
George
think
Bailey.
Last year only. we
last
saw,
year
no?
I think half the season.
But
he
still, he was
was
their captain for 2 years.
1.5. Okay.
But he was persisted
2
with.
seasons. Anyway,
That was
that's not the
deeply-
debate.
yeah.
Getting down to the team, I've got Shreyas Iyer there. I'm guessing everyone will have Maxwell.
Yes,
You
yes,
like it or not? So
yes.
Maxwell at 4.
Maxwell.
I mean, I know he blows hot, blows cold, but the name that he is,
And he's back
is
to Punjab for
definitely
the third time.
third time. Okay, at 6, put in Shashank.
Yes.
Because people could have a debate over a few other players, so I'm just putting him at 6.
Yep.
Okay, and we can make changes here and there, whatever. At 11, put Arshdeep.
Yep.
Okay.
And 10 Chahal.
No, so 12 Chahal.
12 Chahal.
Yeah,
Same for me.
12 Chahal.
12.
I mean, he's 100% going to be bowling,
Bowling,
without
yeah.
doubt. But I'm trying to utilize batter. So 12 Chahal.
Yeah.
This is completely done. Now I'll go one by one and tell me if everyone has it, then we will have them. Prab Simran, does everyone have?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the other retention has to be there.
Has to
Yeah,
be
for
there.
me.
Yes, yes.
No, because they have opening options. That's why I asked you.
Yes.
Prab Simran is there. Okay. So all of us, 4 out of 4, Prab Simran is your opener at number 1. The second opener, let's see how many I've got. I've gone with English.
Make that 2.
Make that 3. English.
So
Yeah, make it 4.
make it 4. So English comes in. He's been in good form, and
Yeah.
he should be there. So English again. So these are the ones that are 4 out of 4. Everyone agrees on. Now to the other one. Does everyone have Stoinis in their team, or you're going with somebody else?
Yes.
I have Stoinis
Unless he
in my
chooses to retire from the IPL also right before it starts.
Okay, Stoinis.
Even I have Stoinis.
4 out of 4 for Stoinis as well. Okay, so not too many debates. We've got Stoinis as well at number 5. Till now, no problem, no debate. Nobody has gone for any left field
4 slots,
selections. Yes, at 7, everyone's got Vadera.
No.
No, okay. I know who you would have gone with
Yes.
because he's becoming the fan of that cricketer as much as Shashwat is of Shreyas Iyer. But at least Shashwat has few matches to back. Siddharth has become his fan based on domestic cricket only. That much.
Yes.
I'll get to it. Okay. He does not have Vadera. Do you have Vadera in your team?
No.
He also
I have Adera at number 8.
at number 8.
Yes.
Okay. You have Vadera though.
Yes, I do.
I have Vadera. So that's 2. We don't have a 4 out of 4 vote. So we're not putting Vadera for now. Okay. Janssen. How many have vote for Janssen?
I also have Jans.
4. 4 out of 4 for Janssen. So put Janssen at 8.
Yeah, he's my number 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put Marco Janssen at 8. So that is also done. Now I'm going to get to number 9 and 10. Are there any vote for Vijay Kumar Vishak at number 9?
No.
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 Kuldeep. No, I have a vote for Vijay Kumar Vishak.
So 2 votes for Vijay Kumar Vishak, but it's still 2, not 4. We'll have to see majority. So Vijay Kumar Vishak doesn't come there. Okay. Do we have 4 votes for Harpreet Barar?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
No doubt.
absolutely.
No doubts.
So Harpreet Barar at number 9.
9.
9 you could put Harpreet Barar. Okay.
Yes.
So Barar comes in at 9. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is a team which is unanimous 4 out of 4. So you filled out all slots. That means out of the 12, 10 slots. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
So we all seem to agree on. So 2 slots, as is the case with most teams, 2 slots are going to be up for debate. Okay. Who wants to start with number 7 and who you have?
I have Suryan Shedge at number 7.
Same. Exactly the same
Hmm.
position.
Because of his exploits in the Syed Mushtaq Ali, very few have a strike rate of 251 for the position that he's in, plus with an average of 43.
43.
You want power hitting from the word go, Suryan Shedge will give you. You want, okay, supposing if they are 4 or 5 down, you want Shedge to come in and consolidate the innings, he can do that also. He's from that flexible and very adaptable Mumbai school of batting that is there, which is why I have kept him at 7. He can be the ideal for what Ashutosh Sharma was last year. So that's why.
Nothing more to add. 6 and 7, I think there can be some flexibility. He batted at 6, I think, most times in the S-mat, but I have him at number 7. Between him and Shashank, I think you can be rotating.
That's
and
all right.
Two like-for-like players in terms of what they offer. Shashank can also bat extremely at a very high strike rate. With him as well, I have no doubts about the young Shedge in terms of his credentials.
Even I have Suryan Shedge. More than the numbers, I think the numbers are definitely really, really good. 251 strike rate. I think performing under pressure and performing at the time when the team needs it the most. In the final, he was the reason he had that impact performance, what led Mumbai winning the S-mat title. He did the same thing in the quarterfinals and the semi-final as well. So that clutch player mentality that he has, more than the numbers, I think that is something that is really the reason why I think he will be making it to the 11. And plus he has his captain from the Mumbai team as well, Shreyas Iyer, who would definitely had a say in actually acquiring him for the Punjab Kings. So I think Suryan Shedge starts in place of Nehal Vadera.
Okay, so I'm outvoted. I've gone with Nehal Vadera. I'll tell you my reason. I know that, he's this young kid in the domestic circuit, but I always say that such young kids who do really well will always be my backup. Somebody who's already done it at the IPL level, like Nehal Vadera, also for a bigger franchise than Punjab Kings previously. So I think he comes with that. And if I have got him in the team, then I'd rather go with experience than a youngster. Of course, youngster will be back of my head. If, performances aren't coming, then I would have gone with Shedge as my backup option, plan B. But I would have started with Nehal Vadera, but because I'm outvoted.
To make things a little complex here, I think there were already 2 votes for Vadera. I have Vadera as well in my 11.
Also, but how can that be? You voted for all 12.
Yeah, so even then I was looking at it, you can still have as many as 6 to 7 bowling options. So if you have Vadera on the side.
So you're not going with another fast bowler?
I'm not going with another fast bowler. I've got Jansen for that. I've got Arshdeep for that.
You would need another fast bowler,
and
my
you've got
friend.
Stoinis.
No.
And you've got Stoinis with his dibbly-dobbly.
You will need a fast bowler.
You're counting Maxwell and Stoinis as your 6th bowler.
Yes.
No, but even then, you need an out-and-out fast bowler. You need 3 fast bowlers. You can't do it 2.
Yeah, it'll be very tough. Mullapur doesn't offer you.
So even though you are voting in my favor of getting a Nehal Vadera, I'm not going down that route, because then when the voting comes for bowler, I might as well go with. So we'll do the voting. Have you got a fast bowler? One more fast bowler? Yeah. Have you got a fast bowler? Yes. So since we've all got fast bowlers, you're outvoted. So then Nehal Vadera doesn't come in. So you have to choose between Vadera and Shedge. So you have to cast your vote to one.
Yeah.
No, because you had both.
I'm going with Shedge.
You're going with Shedge.
I have Shedge.
I went with Nehal Vadera. So I'm voted. In which case, majority wins. So we've got
Shedge at 7.
Yeah, Suryan Shedge at number 7. The young gun from Mumbai. Okay, yes. He's there. Okay, now at 10, since you are outvoted in terms of fast bowlers, you could vote for a fast bowler. As I said, I've already mentioned who I went with, Vijay Kumar Vishak.
I will now change my vote. I will go for Vishak only, because looking at the need, and because I had initially Vadera as an impact, but then now you're looking at Yuzi Chahal as the impact. So that is why I will go with Vijay Kumar Vishak. I will switch my vote in this case.
I'll add, given the choices that you have, there's a Yash Thakur as well you could consider. But Vijay Kumar Vishak's stocks are high, as we know. He was given this fast bowling contract as well. It was used by RCB on a few occasions, impressed as well. So Vishak for me.
For me too, Vijay Kumar Vishak. Another left field selection though, you can even have a Lockie Ferguson and in place of Inglis play a Priyan Charya, who has been talked about a lot. So at some point I think that is definitely going to happen. At some point in the season you are going to see Priyan Charya in the 11. So and maybe that could be the case when an Indian fast bowler is injured or something like that.
Or plan B. Let's say somebody is not firing. Then it becomes your plan B where you then get a...
Looking at Punjab Kings, this is the kind of situation which might very well arise. They may not want to, because see, you already got a Prab Simran as a keeper. You will not need an Inglis also as a backup keeper. He's there in that.
I think that would have been the plan Punjab Kings would have been thinking about before the Champions Trophy. But what English did during the Champions Trophy, I think that would have really changed. If it was 50-50 between a Priyansh Aryan and English, I think now it would have gone to
because
80-20.
if you want a left-hander, then Priyansh Arya satisfies that criteria.
Yeah.
Because there's no other left-hander in the team than until Janssen. So that is why, for the sake
of Bartlett in that one overseas bowling slot, if you do that.
Yeah, but Bartlett again, we are not even able to fit in a Lockie. How can you fit
batting wise, in fact, Brar becomes your only left-hander then.
Janssen.
Batting.
Yeah, but then batting, that's a problem. Brar. So that's only one left-hander. That's it. So whether you want to keep it
again,
that
I
might
don't
be a good option.
look too much into
Yeah,
that.
but I
Quality
think-
players is what is important.
Yeah.
That is a secondary consideration, and I think plan B. So without wasting any more time, now we've got 4 out of 4. So some of you are surprised that I did float Vijay Kumar Vishak's name earlier, but we didn't get 4 votes. That's because, let's say, Harshit didn't have 4 fast bowlers, but now that we've gone with 4 fast bowlers, he's gone and
Fourth being
Siddharth
Stoinis.
changed. Fourth being that,
Stoinis,
So 3 out and out. Fast bowlers. So, Vijay Kumar Vishak comes, but as we've already pointed out, they have a lot of good backup options in a Yash Thakur or a Kuldeep Sen. They can even look at that in case, one of them is.
Omarzai as well.
Yeah, but that's an overseas.
Overseas,
So I'm only
yeah.
talking about
They'll have to
India.
you- change the
Might see
combo.
that, in fact, moving ahead, maybe you can fit him in the batting in place of English, play an Indian, and then.
Yeah,
Or maybe
exactly.
Or maybe
goes-
Stoinis doesn't fire. Then Omarzai.
Or Janssen, whatever.
Yeah, Lockie Ferguson comes in as well for Janssen. They have a lot of options. Okay, so this is the likely 12 with a backup. Now this does everything. You've got batting till Brar, who's also an all-rounder. So till 9, you've got at least, and Janssen though is a decent bat there. So good batting depth, but now look at the bowling depth as well. They've got all slots covered. They've got a Yuzi Chahal, a Brar, 2 spinners. Maxwell will chip in with his spin bowling. Fast bowling also, you've got a Arshdeep, Vijay Kumar Vishak, Janssen comes in. So they've got all bases covered, multiple bowling options, and quite a lot of depth in their batting. That's their likely 11. Now, as is the case, you want to touch upon the strength first? Who wants to go first? Okay.
Please, Shashwat.
Strength.
Keep it to 2 minutes. I know the strength that you're going to talk about.
Shreyas Iyer we've talked about a lot in the
Yes.
beginning, so I'm not going to count that one of this in one of my strengths. But I think
No, you can mention it.
So first strength is that.
First
now
strength
the second you will tell
definitely
us.
is the captaincy. For me, first strength is the captaincy, definitely. And the second strength is definitely going to be the top order of the Punjab Kings. By top order, I'm saying till Glenn Maxwell. I think the top order, if they end up firing, we saw something like what we saw that the SRH did by scoring not at that magnitude and that level, but something close to that, because they have batters who can really take the score in the power play to close to a 90 or 80, where the platform is set for the middle order to really make that big. So I think that is the biggest strength Punjab has, that they can really outbat the oppositions. And bowling, it's not the best in the tournament, but it is pretty good that they can really manage.
One strength.
These are 3, na?
Yeah. For me, the squad, if I have to look at the strength, it's well-rounded. For the first time, Punjab have a very well-rounded squad of both
NF
international.
No. They
NF.
always have well-rounded.
NF.
Just that when they go on the field,
Nth
No,
time.
but
Disaster.
then here, look at it. Your international stars and your Indian stars are both in good form.
Good combination as well.
Good combination. So that is why I think under this new regime, I think you can expect Punjab to dispel that nth factor that, they look so good, but then they've got a good squad when you look at it in that way. I have more confidence in the Indian stars when you look at it. They will propel Punjab into the knockouts whenever that happens. They will be the key. Because last time it was Shashank and Ashutosh who led the charge. Here you've got everybody else, like a Brar. Harpreet Brar is the unsung hero for Punjab Kings here. Economy rate, brilliant.
Brilliant in the middle overs.
Also
Yes.
a rapper, he has lots of yeah, you didn't know that?
didn't know that.
He has proper music videos and all of these rap songs. He's a singer too.
How's that going to happen in the IPL?
Last
different
time,
personality.
Acha, that.
off season, he's a singer. I'll just after
Oh.
this make you listen to his song as well.
Ah, lovely.
Okay, we're talking about strengths. For me, the strength of Punjab is the fact that they have amazing backups.
Yes.
So for everything, they can, and I like this, teams that have plan A, plan B, plan C, multiple plans, and they have that. So as we mentioned in the opening, no problem. If English isn't doing well, Yeah, you bring a youngster in, you take English out. If a Maxwell isn't doing well, no problem. You can even bring an Omarzai in. Stoinis also can be replaced by Omarzai in that sense. If your bowlers are not doing well, Jansen isn't doing well, you've got a Lockie Ferguson to come in. If Vijay Kumar Vishak is not doing well, you've got a Kuldeep Sen, Yash Thakur to come in. For everything, they've got multiple backups. Let's not forget, like even in terms of your all-rounders not doing well, even you have someone like a Mushir Khan who's an all-rounder, can chip in with his bowling, batting, exactly.
Hardy as well.
Hardy as well. So multiple backup options they've got.
They have a Praveen Dubey who's not even a backup to a backup, and he was Delhi's first choice leg spinner.
There you go. So multiple options. They have, as you can say, all possible resources in their team to plug any gaps that they might have throughout the season, injury, anything. So I like the strength and the backup of the squad.
There's actually quite a few things to like about this side, if you ask me, if I'm keeping away everything that they've come in with in terms of past reputation.
Yeah.
If you look at just the names over there, I think they've done a fabulous job in terms of having a good squad together. And I think the strength lies in the depth that they have, both for batting and for bowling. Pretty much trying to say the same thing as Nikhil was saying as backups. So look at that. They've got batting till number 9. In fact, Vishak as well isn't the worst batter out there when you talk about bowlers being trusted to just contribute a little towards the end. And you flip it around as well. You know, they've got good strength in terms of bowling reserves as well. So I like the depth of this side. Brilliant stuff. Let's get to weaknesses now.
Weaknesses, but then again, as you rightly pointed out, the baggage of history
Past
and
reputation.
past reputation.
That is
also.
the weakness.
That is not necessarily a weakness, but I'll point
But
out.
it could be. You say that RCB's past reputation and their momentum is what gets them. So
Punjab
by
are in
logic-
that category. See,
Okay.
if 2-3 players fail, then their whole batting or bowling order just collapses. I mean, Maxwell, for me, I think he is not a strength, I think he's a weakness. Because he will have one audacious knock, but he can also fail.
But he has had the
spectacularly.
best times at Punjab.
But that was 11 years ago.
14.
In 2020, he didn't even hit a single six for Punjab Kings when he was there. So that is one weakness. Second, perhaps what happens if your Indian players don't do well? Then I think your international stars...
I think they have more than enough backup for the middle order. See, Nehal Vadera is not even making the side right now.
He made my side. You outvoted him.
But Nehal Vadera is not there. You have a Priyansh Arya. You have others, like you also have Vishnu Vinod, a third wicket keeping option.
Again,
He's been
they're all
connected to
too
the IPL.
raw.
No,
So,
but Srivi
for
sir,
IPL.
No, see, somebody like a Vishnu Vinod, a Praveen Dubey, even Harnoor Pannu has not been in the IPL, but again, these players have been, like Vishnu Vinod, Praveen Dubey, they have been in the IPL setup for a very long time. If they are your third backup, I don't think that they are such a bad option.
So, but then again, they will not get that much of exposure. So that's why that might be a bit raw. But then the only main weakness I see is Maxwell's form. If he doesn't do well, then they are in trouble.
According to me, it's the middle order. I think they don't have sufficient finishers in that sense. I know Shashank and Suryansh, we've talked about them a lot and we rate them highly. But again,
And Nehal.
And Nehal Vadera as well. But again, we haven't seen that much of them, and especially Suryansh, we haven't seen him at the biggest stage, because we have seen, players coming from the domestic season, youngsters like a Samir Rizvi, who come in with a lot of aura with them, a lot of name for themselves they have created, and lots of people are looking at them in the IPL, and in IPL they suddenly just get lost in all of that, all the glamour and all of those things that are happening. That's why I'm a little skeptical about the middle order, but the kind of strengths they have, I think that'll make up for it.
For me, two weaknesses. One weakness is which Glenn Maxwell and Stoinis come to the IPL. Quite often they have been duds and really underperformed, and quite often they've been match winners. So, and because they make the fulcrum of that team, they're going to be very crucial, because there are also youngsters around them, and so they'll have to shoulder a lot of responsibility. Maxwell, Stoinis / Omarzai, if they do bring him in form, will make a huge difference for Punjab. So that is going to be crucial. basically the overseas player. Also, even Lockie Ferguson is coming off an injury, so we don't know. So how their foreign players perform, and because they're always hit and a miss, that I think is a weakness. And the second weakness, which has been a consistent weakness, I don't know whether they can work upon it, is that the management has never allowed consistency or the cricketing think tank to take the team forward with where they think. They try and chop and change a lot, which then creates a lot of confusion. So they may have a bad time, and each team will have a few bad games, ups and downs. If the management can back the team, the coach in Ricky Ponting and the captain in Iyer, if they can do that, then I think that will be fine. But this is their weakness, because I know they don't do this, and their overseas player and which side of the bed they wake up from.
One thing I don't like about Ricky Ponting, and this is something
You already said their weakness now.
Not weakness. That's something that he did with the Delhi Capitals as well. Out of the 4 overseas players, 3 are Australians, and backups also mostly
Right knows
or like that.
I mean, you look at Rajasthan Royals, it's the Sri Lanka Royals.
That is something.
Happens.
That happens.
But here, what do? The options are only
Yeah.
They
that.
had options on the table now.
But now it's done, na? So we are not doing auction analysis.
And Maxwell and
We're
Ricky
doing
Ponting-
analysis of what 11 now
But
with the
Ponting
squad.
and Maxwell haven't worked together till now in the IPL, and we have been waiting for this duo. Together they have.
That we'll have to check.
No, I don't think so together.
Hmm.
Delhi was DC was not there, and now Punjab is.
For me, the weakness that I see in this side, and I'll have to agree with Nikhil. First point, I have 2 weaknesses in mind. I'll try keeping both of them very short. One, of course, as Nikhil said, number 4, number 5 in our team sheet. Stoinis, Maxwell. The other name for the 2 of them would probably be unpredictable. So a lot depends on how that works out for the Punjab Kings. The other, I think, it's not a weakness, I would say, but it's a challenge for Shreyas Iyer in terms of his credentials as a captain, because what you had...
Oh, he's
What
just
you-
said that's the greatest strength,
That
and you put it in weakness, yeah.
A challenge.
You'll be offended.
I said challenge because when I look at that team of KKR from last year, look at the players, that was almost like one of those teams that needed very little in terms of management. There are players who knew their roles. Russell knew what to do, or Narayan knew what to do, Chakravarti knew what to do. So I
Plus,
thought...
whenever you needed to plan, you had Gautam Gambhir also. Yeah.
But we have always heard
Let it
bigger
be.
the names.
I know, I'm just
There
saying...
was Chandrakant Pandit also, na?
I felt, the...
Do you really need a captain when you've got such good coaches?
I felt the resources over there was such that it made the job easy for Shreyas as a captain.
Yeah.
Now I think there's a bit of a challenge for him. Good that he's got international players like Arshdeep Chahar and Jansen to assist him in all of that. But I think the challenge this time around as a leader is going to be a little harder than what it was with KKR.
Plus, he won't have Gambhir to back
but
him
I
whenever he's
only
like stuck
disagree.
somewhere,
I-
or Chandrakant Pandit to strategize
But
for him.
in
That won't
IPL,
happen.
specifically in IPL, I don't think you can't be having defined roles. It can't be that all 14 games you're playing the same role. It's so fast paced and the intensity is so much that the roles keep on changing all throughout the IPL.
Game situation,
And
I totally agree
man
with you.
management, I think the bigger the stars, the more difficult
5
it's
players in that side, 5 players in the
Yes.
previous KKR side took more than 15 wickets. That is the kind of form that team was in, and that's the kind of
how
match
they are being
winners.
used. That
Now,
is all.
the
It's
kind
not
of
was
match
wasn't like that.
winners.
Varun Chakravarti was bowling all throughout the IPL at the same overs. That is something that Shreyas
But
Iyer
they were
proved
making,
wrong.
they were saying that Gambhir was making those plans.
So I'll
He's
be
not
interested.
there now.
Yes, everything Shreyas
Will Ricky
Iyer
Ponting
has
do that?
touched.
He was there. He took Delhi also to the
Yeah,
final.
everything that Shreyas Iyer has touched, I know, has turned to gold since then. But I'm, because there's so much being said about his credentials as being, as Shashwat said at the start as well, there are people more like Shashwat who believe that he's one of the best captains and, somebody who can take Indian cricket forward. So it's a good test for Shreyas Iyer. And I would like to see him pass this one with flying colours.
Yes, he has vibes of 2 very great captains mixed in him.
Who is this captain?
I won't name
MS Dhoni, he'll say Rohit Sharma.
Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli.
Now to the big question.
Virat, does he count him? First ask him that
He
question.
did say Soto voice. He did say
As
it.
a captain, again.
Do you or not?
No, as a captain.
Who
In
are the
the
2
IPL?
great captains?
No, those again, it'll be too soon to say that, but that is what
But if you feel, say it.
I feel that he's a very, very calm, composed, calculative, tactical, and a
Like
very.
whom?
So that removes Virat then out of the
but
equation.
you can just turn this thing around and say that he has traces of these guys.
Yeah, he has traces of Rohit and MS. As in tactically.
So no harm
Told
saying
you, it's the
that.
greatest
No
gifts
harm
and
saying
sliced
that.
bread.
No harm saying
that it
that.
has happened. Imagine
Yeah.
combination of that. It's like fast bowler 50% Wasim Akram, 50% Waqar. So like
Wow.
But
You know, like that.
But if he wins this IPL with Punjab Kings, I
So
think
he'll become a combination of Rohit and
No,
Dhoni.
he won't become that. But I feel that he has those shades of both little.
Okay.
So Surya Kumar Yadav,
Have you
watch
done
out.
the
There's a new captain
weaknesses?
coming.
I have done the
Strengths.
weaknesses, strengths,
No,
weaknesses
just
done.
the big question.
Big question: are they making the playoffs or not? Siddharth.
No, they are not making the playoffs because somewhere down the line they'll have that one bad game which will hurt them throughout the campaign. So they'll lose out on net run rate, they'll finish 5th.
Ooh, such precise prediction. I like that. Precise he is. 5th and lose out on net run.
Net run rate, yes.
I'm going to put them in the top 4. I would want a team that looks good on paper, looks well assembled, and it's a unit that worked out well. Shreyas Iyer, Ricky Ponting for the Delhi Capitals worked out well in the 2020 season. I would like to see them in the top 4.
I think they are definitely in the top 4.
Bad question to ask. You should have known.
Exactly.
Rhetorical.
Definitely. I have also put them in top 4. They're not my top 2 team, but I think they will make the top 4 because of reasons we've already spent a good half an hour talking about. You let us know whether you think that they are a playoff team or not, or once again, they look amazing on paper, but then underperform once the season starts. We don't know. We'd love to know your thoughts. Let us know about your playing 11s as well. And as always, the one thing that we request you is to please give us a like on our video and join us throughout the IPL for our live analysis after each game. We're going to be live on Sports Today. So see you then. From Siddharth, Harshit, Shashwat and I. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.